Okay, welcome back. The generator is still off. We are on day 2 now. And we're going to wait now for the day shifts to stop. So then we can have the buildings that we need. Right now, we're waiting also desperately on this research here being finished. The hungry are piling up now. The sick are piling up. So we need to do something about those things. And hopefully we'll have enough food, wood for the following night, because we need a lot of wood there. I'm just going to speed it up a bit to have to be quicker on 20 o'clock, I think, yeah. So now we have 18 o'clock. Normal shifts would finish now, but most of our people actually should still continue working here, especially the ones with the wood crates here, and also with the steel, and also my workshop here, which is going to finish this beacon here in about an hour, in less than an hour now. Very nice. And evening has begun, so what we're doing now, and the beacon has been researched very well. What we can do now, first of all, we start with another research, which is going to be the hunter's gear. And we're also going to have a cookhouse now, where we can then start cooking food. We're going to have a beacon, which is going to give us the first scouts that we need. And we're going to build it over here, so behind the hunter's hut. Somewhere here, I think, should be a good location. Well, let's do it here, so we save some wood on the street. Because each tile of street costs us 1 wood, and we can't afford to waste wood right now. We have that. We still have 100 tons of wood. We need 40 wood for the scouts, the first one. So we still have some, and we do have the promise that we give our people shelter. So let's build 4 tents, because we need to give 40 people shelter, and each tent gives 10 shelter. And we'll build them back here, just in the middle, in the center of the generator. So my goal is to have my people living here in this area sooner or later. And we have our industry in this area then, more or less. Because industry is very dirty, and I don't want to put that strain on my people as well. The heat is off again. And again, I wait a bit. But it's past 9 now, so let's turn the heater on. And this night we have some heat again. We also have now a steady supply of coal. That's okay. Food. The generator hums with reassuring warmth, but we shouldn't take it for granted. If the generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of coal reserves. Now food. There'll be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse to prepare meals. So we do have, the hunter's hut here being already under construction. We're going to finish it this night, and then the first shift of hunters can also go hunting out. And we're also going to have food now on day 3. Because a lot of people are hungry now. No one's starving yet. Starving would be crucial. And we can also get a new law. Let's have a look what we can do now. In this case, I know we go for the corpse disposal, because then we get the organ transplants. And organ transplants can heal our people much quicker. Increases the healing rate. With the corpse disposal, we do have a quest though. We have to build a snow pit now within 3 days. Provide a place for the dead. We haven't lost anyone yet, but soon the first deaths will be coming. There's the snow pit now. I'm not going to build it in this night, but soon. The tents are now being constructed as well. And the cookhouse here is now available as well. And we've also built the first beacon. And with that beacon we can now see to the outside and see what surrounds us here actually. And we can see that we have 2 quests here, the Lost Expedition and the Crash Site. So we want to send scouts there, but scouts need to consist of 5 workers. So let's create our first scouts, cost us 40 wood, and let's send them to the Lost Expedition. It takes 11 hours to get there. So this is running now in the background. They're getting there, and we'll see what awaits us there. And the first tents are also going to be finished now and give our people some shelter. And ready to search. People cheer as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking out for our lost people in Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. Right, and the next tents are being finished here. I don't think that we can finish the hunter hut though. That was a mistake on my part. It has been too late. I've been a bit too slow on that. But we've fulfilled a promise here, shelter, and hope rises with that a bit. So 40 people now at least have shelter. And this cold night. I'm also going to assign an engineer here to the cookhouse. So he's going to start cooking food in the morning, first thing. And I think we're going to finish this hunter hut this night. So what I can do now as well is I'm going to reassign 15 workers. And I'm going to assign them to the hunter hut. People from our convoy with basic resources secured for now. We can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, we've done that. And now we have hunters. They're also already gathering food now in this night. And raw food, that is. And there, those hunters are going on an expedition. Those are the... No, those are actually the scouts, I think. So the hunters are here. They are the hunters. They're going to hunt now during the night. And it is urgent now that we get some more food here. And what I also want to do is build a second medical post. So we have 2 of them working relentlessly. And now we're totally down on wood, steel, nothing here anymore, but we don't need that much right now. The most basic and most important buildings are now working properly. Let's also put the workshop to 6 o'clock. Starting there. And it's 5 o'clock, so people are getting up now. And getting ready for work after 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Still no food for my people, but it's coming soon now. In about 3 minutes, he's going to start. And now the cooking has begun. I'm probably going to reassign 2 more to the cookhouse, so it starts quicker. So now we're producing food rations. 16 per hour, and that should solve the food problem for now. And there the first food rations are coming in. And of course being consumed right away. People are now going to the cookhouse where food is being cooked. And also the second medical post is now up and running. So let's reassign 2 more engineers there. You don't need to man your medical posts or workshops to the fullest all the time. It just, 2 are the minimum, and everything else then just increases the efficiency. But giving 2 there already, 2 engineers, I could already have 5 patients in the medical post. And that's important. It's better they lie in the medical post than work outside being sick. That would kill them sooner or later. So the scout is arriving in 2 hours. We have enough of food, so that is one of the problems that has been solved. For now, the hunters should come back with food in about 6 hours probably. While we still gather more wood, more steel. And this night is going to be one of the last more cozy nights that we have. Because the next day the temperature will drop by 2 levels. And the scout is arriving now. And has arrived. Let's explore. A happy reunion. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We had been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. Let's send them to the city, because I need my scouts to go to the sturdy shelter. If I send them to my city, there is a chance and a risk that some of them are going to die on their way. But if I send my scouts with them, it's a guaranteed success, but I'm going to lose a full day for my scouts, something I can't afford right now. I need all my scouts up and ready. They're going now for the next one, while those survivors here, 22 workers, 3 children and 9 engineers, are on the way to my city. That means more workforce, but also more mouths to feed. At the moment it doesn't look so bad. We still have hungry people, but we have some food rations now. We still have homeless people, and we still have sick people. 6 of them gravely ill, so we're going to lose some of them now. And my hunters return now with 11 raw food that we can then cook to more food. And the generator is off now. And we've lost the first one due to lack of treatment, I think. Yeah, because my medical posts are out. And this brings me to my promise. We need a snow pit where we can bury the dead. And a new law can be applied now. And we're going for the organ transplant. So I speed up, the sick recover faster.
A new law has passed.
Okay, it's 17 o'clock now. We lost one more from lack of treatment. So those are the gravely ill that don't have access to the medical post because they're full. And we lose 2 more people.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
I'm going to turn on the generator again. We got some wood in this night. And we still have a bit of food left here. That's good. And lots of more survivors are coming in soon. It seems a bit grave right now. We've lost 4 people thus far. Or 5. 6 actually. Because we have only 74 now. And we're definitely going to lose a few more in this night. So, it's late now. This is a no death run. I failed at that miserably. And it's going to get worse the next day. 2 more temperatures will drop. My scouts have arrived at the sturdy shelter. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy door to all scientists. If you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there is another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in 2 directions. London, 1935 miles. Home, 27 miles. And we get 260 wood, 1 steam core, and 101 food rations. And with that, we return to the city right away. In this night, I want to build another medical, and more tents, I think, and another workshop here, so we can increase our rate of research. We can also build another gathering post, because I know we get a lot of wood coming in soon. So what I'm doing here right now, I'm getting another gathering post here, where there are 3 piles surrounding it. Okay, that's that. We can also build another hunter's hut, because we need more food. Let's build this one here. It will need a street though. And we still have some space and some time. So let's get a snow pit now for the dead. Let's build them behind that one here. So lots of new things that we need to build. Reunions. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. So the first people have now arrived. And we are now at 106. Brings a lot of new challenges here. A woman in despair. A woman is sitting in the snow pit, holding her dead husband's hand, crying her heart out. Perhaps you should have agreed to give people proper burials after all. I did what I had to do. Hope goes down slightly. And we get a new quest in search for others, find other settlements. My scouts with a lot of resources coming back in 9 hours. More food and especially more wood that we need. Other than that, I think it doesn't look so bad. And there are the survivors coming in now. My hunter's going this way out. And my survivors are coming in here now. New people. Without shelters. 66 are homeless now. And a new day is dawning soon. Day 4. We haven't lost anyone. I'm a bit surprised at that. The organ transplant is working. My sick people recover faster. And temperature is dropping now by another 20 degrees to minus 40 degrees. This is harsh. I get the hunter gear now, very nice, and next up is the heaters. Right away with that. We also man that workshop here, so we speeded up the whole process, and hopefully we'll be able to finish this within 13 hours, or even below that. People should not be working out here in the open anymore now, only building stuff. We need those heaters. Heaters allow us to heat the buildings. Snow pit is established. That's a promise fulfilled. Discontent goes down a bit. And my scouts have returned with lots of resources that we also need. Let's send the scouts right away again to the next thing, the crash site over here. 15 hours to reach that. Next gathering post up and running now. For steel and wood. And we still have some hungry people, but that should go away now soon. And we still have some sick people, but not that many anymore. After all, we can cure them now much faster. In the medical tents. And we have lots of wood now. So what we can do, since we also have some free people right now, we can build some tents for our people. We'll build a second row here. Lots of new buildings. In this circle here. Lots of new tents as well. Let's see, is there anything else I can do for now? We have the workshops up here. Both of them are now working. We have the gathering post here working. Looking good so far. Very stable. It's not very stable, you know, it could collapse anytime now. And the first days anyway. The second hunter's hut is up now soon. And we're also going to build a third one right away. And the first wood crates are also going to be depleted soon. So we need to think about another way of getting wood soon. And there the next hunter's hut is finished. So we are going to have 2 hunter shifts this night. I'm going to man them soon. I still want to wait for them to construct the third hunter hut. So we still have 66 homeless. That is going to be solved soon. And we still have 4 sick, but no gravely sick people. 3 sick now. So we have it under control so far, though this night is going to be brutal. With minus 40 degrees, we don't have enough heat for that at the moment. We do have enough coal though for now. And enough wood and enough steel. Yeah, steel not really. We need to get more steel. There the workday ends. I'm going to put the workshop here on another extended shift, I think. This will cost me 1 or 2 engineers, I think, if I do that. But we need to do that. We just need to do it. We need to research a steam hub that allows us to get additional heating outside of the generator. It's very important, that one. We do have the heater though now active, so we can heat our people here. As you can see, there is a temperature line here, so this shows what the temperature is. If it's chilly, people are getting sick when they're working in those buildings. If I put on the heater, the temperature rises to livable for this example, so it increases by 1. People don't get sick anymore if they work there. But it costs me a coal per hour, so I need to be careful there that my consumption stays green. That is my consumption, and that is my income per day. At the moment it's still looking good, but it's going to be a problem as well. This gathering post here now has no resources in its vicinity, so we're going to dismantle it and get some resources back out of it. Very nice. More tents are being built now, but as we can see, those tents are outside the reach of the generator. So they're being cold. Very bad. People in there are certainly getting sick. So that's why I built the steam hub. We can then place the steam hub here and heat the buildings surrounding it. Okay, what else? We do have the 24-hour shift here now, so in 10 hours we can build the steam hub after this night, unfortunately. Let's also put our generator to overdrive. It produces 1 level of heat more, but the overdrive stress level goes up, as you can see, 1% now. If it reaches 100%, the generator is going to explode and I'm going to die. So the game would be over. So I need to balance this. Once it reaches around 50%, I'm going to turn the overdrive off again. But as you can see, I've got now livable conditions and the buildings surrounding it. And we got the first death. Yeah, it is because of overworking. That was to be expected. I do expect some deaths here and there. More tents are being finished now, very nice. That lowers my discontent a bit. So for a few days nothing is going to happen now with the temperature, and then it's going up by 1 level. That's a good thing. So it's going to be a bit more relaxing in the coming days. But then I think it's going down relentlessly, and we have to be prepared for that. Another tent is being finished now, and this one here is the last one. And then almost all our people are in shelters. Another hunter's hut has been finished. We do have some workers there. And our scouts are now in the crash site, and they find some wood and raw food. Very nice. Let's continue onwards to the observatory. The next point in view. So whenever we find something like that, new points of interest are being opened up. And with that peaceful and quiet night, we're going to leave it and continue in the next episode. Stay tuned.